You are listening to the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast, powered by PerformerPreneur. I am your host here, Nicole-Louise Geddes, and together we'll be delving into all of the ways that a showbiz side hustle can support you now and long into the future. So sit back, relax, and listen in, and together let's get inspired to take action to create the life, future, and business of your dreams. This episode is sponsored by the Showbiz Side Hustle Handbook, available on Kindle and in paperback over on Amazon. Follow the simple tasks laid out over 3 easy-to-action sections and effectively build a strong business foundation for a successful showbiz side hustle. I can't quite believe we have arrived at the penultimate episode of this very first series of the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast. Today, I'm going to round it all off with some heartfelt thanks before next episode we speak to my podcast producer, Tom, and together evaluate the success and the highs and lows of producing this podcast for you, my lovely listeners. So today, I am just here to tell you how exceptionally amazed I am that you all joined me on this journey from start to nearly finishing before we move swiftly on to Series 2. Before I tell you about Series 2, let's just have a little bit of a review and reflect, one of my favourite things to do in business, about the consistency, the visibility, and the topics that I have covered in the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast, which launched a year ago, back in July. We have spoken about me, we've spoken about my why, we've also spoken about your why, your vision, your belief, and all of the things that it needs to take to build a business from scratch, from your performing career, with your creativity, and to skyrocket you to the success that you absolutely deserve because of your tenacity. We've covered topics like values, success markers, money mindset. If you have a question, I'm sure it has been answered within the 50 odd episodes of this wonderful podcast. It's been a learning curve for me. I have started and I have finished. I have kept consistent. I have kept visible when it has sometimes been difficult to. And we are here arriving at our penultimate episode, where I'm just here to say thank you for joining me, for sticking with me, for staying with me week on week and listening to my top tips. What I would absolutely love for you guys to do is to go like, follow, share, review, talk about this podcast so that other performerpreneurs, other people stepping into the performerpreneur spotlight feel seen, feel heard, and have the answers to some of those questions about building a brand, about goal setting, about how to review and reflect. We've listened and talked to experts in their fields about psychology, fitness, mind mapping, everything you can think of, we have touched on it. And we've also spoken to many of my members to spotlight them, to share their stories, to share their journeys into entrepreneurship and how I and the Performerpreneur membership has helped support them to get them to where they want to be. As I say, next episode, our final episode of this series, but not the final episode of this whole journey, just this section where I'll be talking to Tom, the podcast producer, and we will be going through the stats, going through the highs, the lows, the lessons learned, and the things that we're going to do differently in the next series. Just a little sneak peek, the next series is called the Spotlight series, and we're going to be talking to even more of the people in my world. These particular people are the co-authors of the book that is launching soon. More information coming your way about that. Today, let's just cover a few more of those topics to get your ideas whirring, to get your thoughts thinking, and to make sure that you go and find the episode that relates to where you are in your business right now. We've spoken about networking, we've spoken about launching, we spoke about writing a book, we spoke about visibility, about social media, accounting, you name it, we have spoke about it, self-sabotaging, the change tools, all of these things that I know are going to be absolutely beneficial to you when building your showbiz side hustle. And don't forget the book. The book that I wrote a few years back now is still absolutely integral to helping you build your business swiftly and strategically. It's the Showbiz Side Hustle Handbook, and you can find it on Amazon. I'll be joining that book with a second book coming out soon, so watch this space because the collaborators and I are bringing something super special to help create ripples through the industry. This podcast And that handbook will help you get to where you want to be, plus the opportunity to join our community. Please don't be a stranger. Please don't stay in the wings for any much longer than you have to. You are invited in to be part of my world, to be part of my community, to join me in this spotlight of change. And I really, really hope that when you are ready, you will see the benefit in having a community around you, a benefit of having a mentor. Remember, coaches have coaches, and you have had a vocal coach, a dance coach, a dance teacher, an acting coach throughout your whole performing career. So why not have a business coach and mentor that can help get you to where you want to be? Somebody that is a step ahead of you. That person can be me. I invite you to join me on this journey. Come and find me over in the free Facebook group, over in the free WhatsApp chat, and also those paid ways to meet me and work with me too. Go check it all out on www.performerpreneur.co.uk, where you will have ultimate access to all of the things that I'm offering and all of the ways that we can work together. Don't be isolating yourself. Don't be overwhelmed. All topics we have spoken about over the duration of this podcast. Don't self-sabotage. Make sure you are finding your gang, finding the people that can support you, helping yourself by building your confidence and stepping into that next spotlight. We know all about clarity, ideal clients, building your knowledge, identifying your niche. That is what my work is inside that super special, the Side Hustle, the Serious Side Hustle Club. So come and join us if you are at that point now where you really need that cheerleader, that support, that next step. There's also opportunities for one-to-ones. And again, as I say, the free group, which will help build your knowledge, build your understanding, help with that fear of failing, create that super you, make sure that your mindset is set for success. There is so many ways we can work together and so many ways that I hope you will reach out. Please do listen back to all of the episodes. Go follow, like, subscribe, leave us a review, and pass us on to somebody else that we can support, that you know needs a little bit of my energy to get them to where they want to be too. Thank you so much. Do listen in to the last episode coming soon with myself and Tom, where, as I say, we'll be reviewing and reflecting this whole process and introducing you to the second series of the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast, delivered and powered by PerformerPreneur and me, your host, Nicole-Louise Geddes. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a learning curve and it's had a few lessons and curveballs, but ultimately it's been a pleasure. I've stayed consistent, I've stayed visible, I've had some amazing conversations with some amazing people, and I hope that you have got much value from the topics, the conversations, and the people I have had the pleasure of interviewing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week for that final episode of this very first series of the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast. Big love. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for joining me here on the Showbiz Side Hustle podcast. So until next time, please do take a little bit of action, that very first step, and make sure that you are doing something for you and your Showbiz Side Hustle this week to move you forward and get you heading quickly and swiftly and strategically towards success.